Hello guys, I'm just gonna show you guys how to memorize a unit circle in the simplest way possible in my opinion. So this sketch is gonna be pretty dirty, but it's gonna get the job done. So for me, to memorize the unit circle, I just like to draw the axes first. Oh, some bad ink. Are you serious? Okay, hold on guys. Got a minor problem here. Let's fix that. See, this marker works. So draw the axes. It doesn't have to be completely accurate. You just have to have this depiction so you can use it as reference on your exams. So just try to draw a circle the best that you can. And there's some fundamental things that you need to kind of know beforehand, and those are that this equals 2 pi, and this equals pi over 2, and this equals pi, this equals 3 pi over 2. So know these 4 points, which are quite easy if you just jam into your head. And the next step that I put in is that each quadrant, 1, 2, 3, 4, they each have 3 different angles you need to fill in. So put a bullet on each quadrant. Put 3. 1, 2, 3. So you have that set up. Then the next thing that you have to fundamentally know is that the first quadrant, it's pi over 6, pi over 4, and pi over 3. And if you know this, that means you can fill in the rest quite easily. And let me just show you how. Because there's a pattern to this, and it goes 6, 4, 3, and then whatever the last bottom digit, you continue it, and the middle is always going to be 4. And then whatever is last, you just put it in. So you will see the pattern as I write on. So these are all just steps, so you can never get a error in making the unit circle. So let's continue. I'm not done, it's just I'm formatting it in such a way that I won't make any mistakes. So for example, this is pi over 6, it's the last point. So you start from pi over 6. You go pi over 4, and pi over 3. And you go pi over 3 again, and pi over 4, and pi over 6 again. And then just fill in these points right here. So it's y is 0 and x is 1, so 1, 0. Just do what is easiest. Right here is x is 0, y is 1, x is negative 1, y is 0, this is y is, or x is 0, y is negative 1, and then you have, so now you have to make sure, now let's get the degrees down, because that's the next easiest thing. And all you have to memorize are these 3, and if you memorize these 3, you can get the rest of the circle. And it starts from 30, 45, and 45, 60, and then 90. You know, this is 90. You know, this is 180. 180. This is 270. And then this is 360. And then so the sequence here is actually 30, 15, 30, 30. So as you keep going, it goes 120, 135, 150, and 180, 210, 225, 240, and 270, and then 300, and then 315, 330, and 360. So they all have this pattern in each quadrant, and all you have to know is the first quadrant in order to get the rest. And the only thing you have left are making the pies and the points. But let's get to the pies first. Okay, so there's a specific rule to this, and so pi over 6. So here we go. Pi over 3 is equal to this pi over 3. But what makes the 60 degrees into 120? You have to times 2 to get 120. So you put 2 pi over 3. 45 is in the middle. So how much do you have to times 45 by 135? So let's see. 45 times 2 is 90. And then 90 plus 45 is 135. It's times 3 pi over 4. How many times do you have to times 30 to get to 150? That's 30, 60, 90, 120, 150. So you have to times it by 5 times. And you don't want to go all the way back and keep counting. So whatever you have here, you use this as a point reference, and then you keep adding on to get the next. So right now you have 5 pi over 6, which is 150. So you add on whatever you have 150 with the reference point. So how do you get 210 from 150? You go 180 to 10. That's 2 more than the 5 pi over 6. So it's 7 pi over 6. And then 225. You use 45 as a point reference. So 170. And then the next one is 225, which is 2 more than 3 pi over 4. So 5 pi over 4. And then pi over 3. Right now you have 120. You use 60, so 180. 240, so you use 4 pi over 3. And same again. To get 300, you only add one more, so 5 pi over 3. And then right here, pi over 4, 225, you do 270, and then more, so 7 pi over 4. And then pi over 6, 210 is 240, 270, 300, 330, so 7 plus 4, 11 pi over 6. And there you have it. You have the complete pi structure, and all you have left is the easiest point system. So all you have to do is memorize the first quadrant, which is the x is always going to be square root of 3 over 2, and then y is 1/2. And then this is the middle 45 is always going to be the same. Square root of 2 over 2, square root of 2 over 2. And this is basically the opposite of this, 1/2, 3 over 2. There you have it. And then all you have to do to match up with the rest of the quadrants is look at the axes. And so according to this, you have, this is going to be positive y but a negative x. So negative 1/2, 3 over 2, because you know pi over 3 is you match it up with the pi over 3's. And then the middle, negative 2 over 2, 2 over 2, and then pi over 6, match it up again, 3 over 2, 1/2, and then pi over 6, match it up with this, but they're both negative quadrants, so make sure you do both negative. And pi over 4, you look at that, both negative, negative. And make sure you get both negative. And you look at this, pi over 3. It's going to be both negative. Alright, and then the last one is positive on the x, negative on the y-axis. So you look at the pi over 3 again. So positive on the x, negative on the y. Make sure you follow that. Look at this. Positive on the x, negative on the y. And pi over 6. Positive on the x, negative on the y. And you have to complete your unit circle without error if you follow these steps. Thank you.